Driving by Brubaker Farms, it's easy to miss what makes this operation unique. Sure, they milk 900 cows, have excellent herd management practices while raising about 700 head of replacement stock and keep their equipment in good operating order. But what you might miss from that windshield view is the farm with nearly 300 years of history, by-the-book conservation practices, and a source of power and electricity for the community and a system of advocacy for agriculture. It's a system that starts with Luke Brubaker. He's been on this farm his entire life.
I was born in this house, this room that I'm sitting in where my office is right now. This used to be the butcher house.
Growing up on the farm prepared him to take over in the 1960s.
When my father retired, I bought his cows. He had 18 cows, and from there we went forward.
Luke teamed up with his brother, growing the dairy to 200 cows. When his sons returned from college in the 90s, the operation grew again.
When my boys came home from college, they thought we should grow from about 200 cows to 400 cows, and it seemed like that's where the profitability part could start, and so that's what we took a look at that time.
Over the next few years, the Brubakers added barns, added farms, and increased the herd, arriving at today's production levels.
Our production per cow right now is right near 25,000 pounds per cow on 2 times a day milking.
About 5 years ago, the team started looking for other ways to make money that didn't include adding more mouths to feed and cows to milk. The solution came in the other direction, from cow power.
We collect the fresh milking cow manure from about 725 cows on this farm, plus about 500 heifers worth of manure in another freestall barn. And 4 times a day, it gets pumped into our complete mix methane digester. Inside this, under the cover, we maintain a 100-degree temperature, and we capture the methane gas coming up, and we pipe it underground over to our engine building, which we run an engine generator set, converting in the neighborhood about 90,000 cubic feet of gas into electricity.
And on most days, that generator runs at full speed, creating 200 kilowatts an hour, 24 hours a day. Most of that electricity is sold back to the local power company. The dairy uses about 3% of its self-created power to run lights, pumps, and other peripherals. Even excess heat is captured.
We have run a secondary loop off of this that runs over through another tank to store the heat. It has 6 hours worth of heat storage.
Heat is used to run a milk pasteurizer. That feeds the next generation of power producers. This system also gets a boost from the next generation workforce.
We have 1 dining hall for the campus, and we'll feed approximately anywhere from 2,000 to 2,500 students per day, about 14,000 people per week.
The leftovers from Elizabethtown College students and faculty make a nice addition to the Brubaker digester.
The organic material will go into the trough with the water. That water and the organic material will go into the grinder, and then this slurry then is pumped through about 400 feet of copper piping out to our other room where we have an extractor where it's actually going to extract and take away about 80% of the water.
The digester has worked so well, the farm is considering adding a second generator. That success led the team to look for other bright spots in the power creation world. With so many barns and so much square footage on the roof, solar power was a logical next step.
On a bright sunny day when the temperature is low, the panels are more efficient than when it's real hot out because they do produce heat, so they lose some efficiency in the real hot summer days. So a real clear sunny March day is going to produce more electric than a hot July day.
On those high efficiency days, the 10,000 square feet of panels produce an additional 130 to 150 kilowatts an hour. But that's not the only way Brubaker Farms is making itself a good neighbor. The digester waste is dried and the organic material is used to fertilize fields. It sells nutrient credits to a local municipality to help them meet EPA requirements and keep local sewer bills from rising. The Brubakers also offer public tours of their operation and have played host to international visitors interested in learning about the farm's cutting-edge technology.
This farm was actually started in the mid-1700s, And so there's a lot of history to this farm, and so we want this farm to go down in history now as teaching people about agriculture and farms.
From humble beginnings at the birth of our nation to today's 900 milkers and community power plant, the Brubaker farm is poised to make a major impact on the future of the industry, which is why this family operation is the 2011 Innovative Dairy Farm of the Year.